Beers, Wines and Spirits review. Today from Low Cost Beer, it's one of their draft beer offerings. So it looks like a panda bottle, and it's part of their discovery case. Now their discovery case changes dependent on the pricing of the beer that they're doing at that moment in time. Sometimes it can be rather bit cheaper, sometimes more expensive, and you can understand why it does it, because if it's something like, I don't know, like an Omnipolo at £15 a litre, then if you're selling that inside of 10 bottles or 8 bottles, then you can understand why the price would go up. This is Transcendence. It's a mango pale ale, 5% ABV, Loudshirt Brewing Company. Never heard of them, to be honest, but that's not unusual in this day and age. You know, slightly hazy. I had to get the magnifying glass on to try and pick out them last words at the bottom. So, as you can see, orangey looking pour. Let's give it a pour. Oh. With it being Dinkum, I can get away with doing 3 reviews because it's only a dinky bottle. Good morning, Sam. How are you? Try and pour it properly. There we go. It's always nice when you actually pour something properly. Yes. It doesn't happen very often. Not in my case, at least. Good afternoon. Or good evening, rather, Darren. So, lots of carbonation in this. Lovely looking beer, actually. I describe this as an orangey pour, slight haziness to it. This is a draft beer, so this is how it would be in the pub, or very near to at least. A little whitehead on there, lots of carbonation that I can see. 5% on the nose. And yes, beautiful mango on the nose. That is nice. Lovely aroma. Lovely tropical mango aroma. Yeah, good evening, Kevin. Blackpool Pleasure Beach in England is a theme park that's quite compact, and from my room I could look over as many as 7 roller coasters. They're all very different. The wooden ones, oh, good evening, Benjamin. The wooden ones do take a bit of, they can give you a good hiding, especially if you sit at the wrong place. There's one called Big Dipper and there's one called Grand National, and oh dear, we went on at 9:45 at night, and on the one called the Grand National, I've never been on an hour. Free reviews. This one might not be a long review because it's only a little bottle. 3 reviews, but yeah, it went on at 9:45 at night. And if you know anything about theme parks and roller coasters in general, when they get hotter, when they heat up, they get faster. I have never been on a wooden roller coaster at that insane speed that I was on the other night. I was holding on for dear life. And it was amazing, mind you. And it was a lot less brutal on your body. But on the elements where you go over the hills, you flew. There was some wicked airtime, and God, dear, oh dear, oh dear. You're just happy to get off. When it's that fast, it's like, Jesus Christ, thank God we got off. Safe. So, they do change. They do check for rot every day. We watched them in the mornings. The 2 mornings we were there, we watched them walking the whole length of each and every roller coaster, checking the wood, checking for anything that shouldn't be there, issues. And it's good to see, because obviously, you know, you're putting your life in their hands. The last thing you want is any issues. And usually these things, you know, they walk it. I mean, God knows it. I wouldn't like to walk the big one, 200 whatever foot high it is, 230 foot high, stuff that. So yeah, lovely looking pour. Mango on the nose. Oh, mango on the taste, a little bit of bite on the tongue. Tastes like a lager 7%. Bless you. Good strong beer then. Oh, young Wraggy did love it. Yeah, he did. He had a great time, to be fair. Off. Go away. Fucking thing. Pardon my French. Shouldn't be swearing on beer reviews. It's most uncouth. Do I care? No. I'm not paid to do beer reviews by anybody. Never will, never. And so I can say what I like. In some ways, at least. You know, in a nice way. But yeah, it was a cracking time. And apart from a few issues with queue jumpers and my hatred of the fast passers, but overall, pretty decent. It was good. It was good to get away. Yeah. So I moved to the car on Saturday night, and we were going to have to pay for parking. So I thought, no, sod the paying for parking the next day. There's a free parking spot across the road. So I moved it out the car park, across the road, and I just touched this flipping curb. Curbs like that. And all of a sudden we had hissing. And I thought, there's no way that I've punctured a wheel on a flipping curb like that. I didn't even hit it hard. I gently went in, trying to get up. And I did. It punctured the flipping wheel. Homebrew wine, bless you. I would say the cherry wine, if you're doing it from juice, the cherry wine from juice is probably one of the best ones to try. Sainsbury's, if you live near Sainsbury's, their cherry juice is the best. I wasn't pissed. No, I'd just come from the theme park. No, I was totally flipping sober. I tried to back in with the BMW and I'd never backed in before. And I couldn't gauge the bonnet properly. The front bonnet, because they're so flipping long, them 1 Series. So I was trying, and I just couldn't get the hang of it. Spun the car around in the road. There was another space that I didn't think I could get into. Went forward into that space, parked up straight away. I thought, you swine. So a bit of bad luck, really. I think there must have been, there was either something hidden that we didn't see next to the curb, or, I'd run flat tyres. But, yeah. Bit of bad luck. You get bad luck, don't you? You know, you can't always win. You know. Luckily, the budget for the weekend just about covered the flat tyre, so we didn't spend as much on the theme parks as we budgeted for. So it didn't turn out to be too of a hell weekend in that respect. You know, put too much of a downer on things. But it was 70 quid that I really didn't want to pay out for, obviously. So. Really strong flavours coming through on this. Really gets you around the mouth. That twang. Now this, I've had this now for probably about 4 weeks or more, and it's absolutely spot on. So it's a cracking advertisement for low cost beer, because I got it in a discovery pack off them. I've seen some German beers that I wanted. Apple and mango juice. Rightio. That one of mine, you know, because of the 30-degree temperatures, I thought I'd lost it. There'd been no carbonate, no fermentation going off. The yeast looked congealed on the top. It's now bubbling away, and it's still got a while to bubble, but it's doing it. So, you know, temperature is a big thing. Better off in your house where the temperature doesn't get silly temperatures. In a shed, you know, you are at the mercy of the gods. And yeah, I did post an update earlier about that. And I know somebody who did the apple and mango. I think it was Andrew Cummings. Not seen him for a while, but he did the apple and mango, and he says it was amazing. So that's the reason I'm doing it. Tesco's also do an apple and raspberry, which again sounds absolutely bang on. You know, apple wine. To get to Blackpool, about 3.5 hours. Manchester, when it's busy, is awful. It was raining. Absolutely loads of traffic. On the way back, I tell you what, I was doing about 72. So, you know, you're allowed 10%. So it's this, Norman. Danny. I always forget that, you know. It's a Transcendence. It's a mango pale ale from Loud Shirt Brewing Company. I've not heard of them myself. I don't know if you have. I'll try and read the bottom. The writing's a bit hazy, so it's a little bit. Oh, Brighton. Yeah. So they're from Brighton. I've never heard of them before. But that don't mean anything these days. I mean, there's new breweries opening up all the time. You know, if you've got the money and you've got the ability to know what you're doing, it's a great time to be a craft brewer. Especially when you think about it with the micro pubs these days that are about. If you can get someone to take your beer, if you can brew good beer, get it in the micro pubs. Good evening, Steve. Very well, thank you. And how are you? If you can get your beer into a few micro pubs and get yourself a bit of a name, I think you'll do well. Yeah. Yes, northwest. Yeah, I had to think myself then which side was north. And yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Very strong flavours. Very strong. Strong on the mouth. Have you reviewed your Imperial Curse yet? And did you ever manage to get the Imperial Banoffee? I'd like to know what you think of both, actually, if you've got the other one as well. Spent 600 quid on homebrew. Jeez. If you've got the money, you know, it's all about doing what you do. The rides at Blackpool were amazing, mate. If you like theme park rides, what I would say is, with any theme park, get there the minute it opens. Get on the big rides first, and you know, get the box tickers out the way first. Then you don't mind. With any theme park, get there early. Do all your big rides first, and try not to get too upset when some idiot queue jumps you. You know, if your elbow slips as they're walking past trying to queue jump, or if there's a few of you that are quite, you know, rough looking blokes, you just block the ways and say, "It can pay off, mate." And I mean, I had to do that at one stage. I just said, "No, you're not coming through." I don't let queue jumpers go ahead of me. I'm not standing in the queue and letting some idiot. I seen what they were doing though. The second queue jumper that day. I mean, if it's somebody getting back to the kids, that's one thing. Tetleys and Boddingtons, yeah. To be fair, the offering in Blackpool was a bit bland, if I'm being honest. A lot of rough pubs as well. The what's it called? Wetherspoons pubs. When they've got free bouncers on the doors, that always points to me like, yeah, I'm going to give that pub a miss. Because obviously there's a reason why there's free bouncers. Good on you, Sam. Could have done with you in the queue with me yesterday. Would have been evil. I don't mind a woman who's have to go out and go for a wee, you know, or kids have to go for a wee. If it's an hour-long queue, because you can understand that kids cannot hold themselves. You know, you genuinely can understand that. But not when some idiot comes by. I suppose so, yeah, with the bouncers. Yeah. I mean, I went to a couple of so-called micro pubs, and they ain't got a spot on what Nottingham's offerings are. Nottingham's micro pubs and tap rooms are something out of this world compared. I mean, I've not been anywhere else. I've not been to Leeds. We're on about going to Leeds later in the year. Or York, I mean. York, not Leeds. York. Yeah, Spoons Bouncers. Hello, Mark. You got the Wraggys Golden Ale on tonight. Bless you, matey. Have you had a try of it? And loved your pub the other night as well. I love that little tap room thing. You know, it's great. We've got to come down again. The wife's gone running tonight, so that's why I'm doing a live beer review. But yeah, we've got to pop down again. And you've got some new beers coming soon as well. Left Lion, and Right Lion. So me and Craig are in Nottingham, and I really hope it comes to bottle. I do hope it comes to bottle, because I know my workplace want to sell it when they're doing weddings, and I know, well, I want 3 or 4 cases myself just for my family. You know, it's a thing. The 21st of August is when Craig comes to Nottingham. I think it's coming up on the Thursday, but that might be a late night thing when he gets here. And Friday and Saturday. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. I must. Well, I did bring some home. Yeah, I did try some at home. I actually got some in. I got some in a bottle to bring home. Yeah, I do hope it makes it to bottle. Obviously, to make it to bottle, it costs the firm money to put it into a bottle. All homebrew is different with the hops. You have to follow the instructions. Albeit today, I'd not seen that I'd got a pack of hops for this beer here. Yeah, we're open the Wraggys. A lot of us are open the Wraggys Ale. Comes to Left Lines on this weekend. Hopefully, I've got some finances for this weekend. I obviously going to Blackpool gives you a battering, but yeah, we're all open. Wraggys Golden Ale goes into bottle. That would be amazing. And Left Line, right? It's good to see all these new beers coming out. It's what keeps it interesting in pubs, isn't it? You know, all these seasonal beers, and there's got to be a way to get seasonal beers into bottle for draft. If the likes of low cost beer can do it with them squirting a bit of CO2 in, you know, just to give it an injection or something, there's got to be a way. A cerveza, bit of lime cordial, boiled lime cordial added to the cerveza at the end of fermentation. That would make it into more like a Corona with lime. Yeah, it'd be good. So we'll get this one out of the way because I'm already 17 minutes in, and the wife hasn't texted me, and I've got a hot tub to sort out. Mango on the nose, mango all the way through, really quite strong flavours. Really good taste for this. Very enjoyable. A little bit of sediment in the bottom that I can see. Does sediment bother me? No. I'm filling the hot tub up. I need to. Yes, I am coming back. Yeah. So, enjoyed that. Hazy, slightly hazy, orangey pour, I'd say. Little white head on there. I'm not going to drink that sediment. What might do off camera. Enjoyed this. Let's say it's a month that it's been out. Yeah, it's decent. Yeah, I'd say it's been out a month. Sent to me, it was still solid, still very drinkable. It just goes to show you how good the offering is from Low Cost. Out of 5 for me, a good 4.2. Mango all the way through, but not an in-your-face tropical mango. More subtle mango than full-on craft beer mango, if you get what I'm saying. Out of 5, a good 4.1 out of 5. Very drinkable though. Yeah. I always wash the bottles out. If I can get them clean, I'll use them. If I can't, no, I don't. I'll just chuck them. But yeah, 4.1. Right, back in about 2 or 3 minutes. Another beer review for those that are still around. Cheers, everyone. I wonder if I can get this